Everyone, this is Ernest from Foreign Chat Web Business. How's everyone doing today? So today I'm going to talk about 5 reasons why Ukrainian ladies want to be with Western males. So I'm interested in writing and talking to you American or Western men, about this particular subject. For years, or should I say decades, many men from the United States, Australia, India, and other Western countries have flocked to Eastern Europe in hopes of permanent relationships or temporary flings with women who think and behave like them. Typically, those men have succeeded and continue to do so. You can achieve the same result if you register on foreignchatweb.com for free and buy video chat with a profile lady and translator through video chats with ladies service, or just a video chat with a translator through singles vacation consultation service. Thousands or even millions of ladies in Odessa, Ukraine, and the rest of Eastern Europe are still waiting and hoping to find the man of their dreams online or in person. So Elizabeth, she's a foreign chat web manager, and she's my business partner, and she has a dating agency in Odessa, Ukraine. And so she and I, we wish to help many frustrated Ukrainian or Eastern European females from her city, which is Odessa, Ukraine, or dating agency, which is called Just Marry. And the goal is to help them seek true love outside their culture. The women have a hard time, finding, the right man, because I think the ratio of women to men, I mean, I don't know the ratio, but I know that, the women outnumber the men. And, Ukraine and probably throughout Eastern Europe, I think the men, they move to other countries for work or war or some other reasons, and they leave a lot of women behind. So the women had to compete with other women to get the men who stayed in Ukraine or Eastern Europe. The women, yeah. So and the men, that's one thing I know. The men in Ukraine and Eastern Europe, they don't have that much respect for the women. Society and culture, media favor them, respect them more, and the men get spoiled. So the women, some of them, rather just stay single, and just wait to meet the right men, and that's why women, turn to international dating agencies. That's why they want to find, men in, United States, United Kingdom, Australia, Canada, Mexico, the Western world, because it's hard to find, a local Ukrainian man or Eastern European man where they are. So they turn to international dating agencies for help and find the right men outside their culture. And, luckily they can turn to foreign chat web business. So that way Elizabeth and I can help them find the right men. If you're that right man, I would like it. You go to foreignchatweb.com and sign up for free, and you can buy a video chat with a beautiful lady, or you can plan a trip in Odessa, Ukraine, Eastern Europe, and go meet the women in person. So I'm gonna get back to my notes. You see who's behind me? So no one interrupted me. So without further ado, I am going to give you 5 reasons for their increased interest in international dating and marriage with men, right, in United States, United Kingdom, Canada, Mexico, Australia, China, and other first world nations. So I got the first reason. The ladies have female friends or relatives who are happily married or engaged to Western males. So the women, they see that their friends are happily married or they're dating. They have positive reviews. Yeah, everything good to say about dating or being in a relationship or marrying men from the United States, United Kingdom, Australia, the Western world. And the women, that the ones who are single and frustrated with local dating, or some of them got, have bad marriage and they got divorced, and they might feel frustrated. But once they learn that their female friends or family members find someone special, outside of Ukraine, Eastern Europe, that gives the women hope. That will help them have more positive attitude toward dating, marriage, relationships in general. And and I wrote you as a male viewer, like if you're interested in meeting a woman in Ukraine or Eastern Europe, like I say, you can go to foreignchatweb.com, sign up for free, wait for Elizabeth to add profiles there, choose a lady that you're interested in video chatting with, and buy video chat with lady service. You'll be video chatting with her and a translator who's going to help you and her communicate and grow, deepen that relationship together. And whether things work out or not, things work out, grow between you and her or not, you can still buy video chats with her or a different lady. Or if you want to meet the women in person, just get in contact with Elizabeth or her sign translator and buy the singles vacation consultation service. You can buy, for 30 minutes, you buy a video chat with a translator for 30 minutes, that's about $50, or 60 minutes, $100. And she will help you plan, everything, like your flight schedule, pick up at the airport, transportation, reservation at an apartment or hotel you want to stay, help you get ready for your dates, help you give you relationship advice, culture advice, marriage advice, so on. And if you have any questions or concerns, just talk to your translator or Elizabeth, and they're gonna do their best to help you. So moving on to the second reason. Ladies know that Western males are going to give them more respect. Ladies, the Ukrainian or Eastern European women, they already know about men and United States, United Kingdom, already know about their characteristics. They know that men, including me and you, have respect for women. Even though, hate to say it, most of the women here in the United States, United Kingdom, Australia, they're difficult to talk to, get along with, see eye to eye, or stay in a relationship. The good thing is that not all women are alike. Not all women around the world are alike. Women in Ukraine, Eastern Europe, other countries that are not influenced by the Western culture, I think they pretty much have the same mindset that we American or Western men have. Like they don't get that much respect, love, and sympathy from society and culture. We just feel like we're meant to be alone and rejected and frustrated. But to find out that there's someone, the opposite gender, who pretty much has the same mindset that we have, and that person or those people or overseas, that brings joy and optimism in our lives, and it's a great feeling. I mean, thank God. International dating, international relationships, they make a big, positive difference. They make a positive difference in this world and in your life. And once you experience that, you'll never want to go back to local dating or local relationships. You know. Reason number 3, ladies need more consistency in their lives, especially if they are busy with their jobs and our family members. So ladies, Ukrainian or Eastern European ladies might be stressed, too busy with their jobs, taking care of their kids, household duties, and I guess they want, boyfriend, husband to, help them, support them, maybe help them with taking care of household duties, taking care of kids, or men who are just, sympathetic to them, choose to put themselves in their shoes, and just, men who just make the women feel better, help them stay positive, no matter, what negativity they're going through, at home or their jobs or with society. And, that what you as a male viewer can do, show them sympathy, show them support, get to know Ukrainian women, Eastern European ladies, get to know them individually. Even if you go on foreignChatWeb.com, you sign up, wait for Elizabeth to add profiles there. Look at their profiles, read information about each of them, and just, respect them, value them like I do. I know that most, they don't, the ladies don't get that much respect and love and value from most international dating companies or pretty much anyone. They feel no different than I do or most men. And, United States, United Kingdom, Australia, the Western world do. They feel alone, rejected, and they just, sometimes I think all they want is just someone, at least one person, one guy to really care about them and, empathize with them, help them out, help them, be there for their kids, clean, cook for them, clean their houses, organize their stuff. I mean, all they want is men, who think like they do and who care like they care, and who's going to be there for them, regardless. And if you can do that, they will really appreciate it. It will really, bring, bring as much, joy in their lives, and then they would change, and they would just, they would try to be the best version of themselves when it comes to, men who are really caring and sympathetic, and, men who are equal with them. I got the fourth reason. Women want to feel complete and more content through attraction, commitment, and loyalty from the opposite gender. So women, yeah, they want to feel, usually feel incomplete. They feel like they're not attractive, even though they are. I feel like the women come here in the United States or United Kingdom, Australia, they would get plenty attraction. Guys who want to meet them, talk to them, ask them on a date, connect with them, build, even marry them. The problem is where they are. In Ukraine, Eastern Europe, women are constantly ignored or rejected from the opposite sex. They're disrespected. They just feel like they're not good enough, even though they are. But they're told or proven, they're pretty much lied or just blind, because of what society and culture, media, and Ukraine, Eastern Europe tell them that they're not good enough, they're not attractive enough, they gotta do this, do that. But they should realize that they are good enough, regardless. And I want, if you can reach out to Ukrainian women, if you want to video chat with them or go meet them in person, they will appreciate it. Prove to a woman that you date or video chat with that she is good enough, that you are attracted to her, and whether or not you and her, build a relationship or not, just let her know. Let her know that she means a lot. That's what I do with, Valeria. If you watch her videos, Valeria, she's a fitness trainer, and she has a couple of videos on this channel. I would recommend that you watch her videos. I would appreciate it. You know, I do that with her every time. I talk to Elizabeth, tell Larry that I appreciate her. I find her very attractive. I'm inspired by her videos. I want her to do more videos, and you know, hopefully, maybe we can grow our relationship, or if we stay as friends, still, I'm gonna let her know, prove to her that she is special, no matter what. And I want you to do the same thing I do. You know, you get in contact with a Ukrainian woman through video chatting or meeting her, in person. If you go on vacation, Odessa, Ukraine, Eastern Europe, let her know that she is valuable and appreciated. You know, even if where she lives, society and culture media tell her otherwise. You know, regardless of how these women feel, what they go through, they should realize that someone, loves them, cares about them, accepts them for who they are. I already got the final reason. Ukrainian or Eastern European ladies strongly believe and desire international relationships because of the popular phrase, opposites attract. And there's also a popular 1980s song called Opposite Attract by Paul Abdul. And I agree, ladies, they already know about men, United States, United Kingdom, the Western world. They know that opposites attract. And, a lot of men from like myself, other men in the United States, United Kingdom, Westworld, they already know that God has created someone for everyone. And no matter what, there's always going to be someone for everyone because that's how God has intended. Opposites attract. It's just trying to explain it. Yeah, it's just, yeah, we're meant to be with someone who's different from us, who may think differently, who might be a different race, different culture, have a different mindset, because sometimes, you be around people of the same culture who have the same mindset that you have, or the same way of thinking, there's always problems, there's always drama. Sometimes the prize plan is why, a lot of people, this prize plan is why the divorce rate is so high, especially here in the United States, United Kingdom. And then, why a lot of people break up, or some of them they date and then they don't go any more dates, probably because, I say, phrase, opposites attract, but likes repel. People with the same mindset, the same culture, come from the same culture, the same race. Some of them can get along with each other. And other people, they're meant, including myself, we're just meant to be with someone who's different from us. You with me, I'm more attracted to women outside my culture, or even outside my race. I mean, just because I want to find a woman who's going to have respect for me, who's going to accept me for who I am, and I don't have to argue with her or complain about her something simple or stupid. I can just be myself with her. We can have peace. I can take her on vacation. I like to take her to, around the United States, maybe like Las Vegas, Myrtle Beach, Virginia Beach, Raleigh. Of course, that's in that's the city, that's the capital of the state where I live now. I used to live in Virginia. So I like to take my future wife, my future Ukrainian wife, or any other foreign wife. I like to take her to Virginia, where I used to live. And also, I like to take her to, Colombia, hopefully Japan, the Philippines, Thailand. Take her all these amazing places, and and just really make a difference, and then create, take photos, create video clips, just, create like a legacy for us, and maybe if we have kids, and I want you to experience that too. You can by joining foreignChatWeb.com for free. You know, so based on those, so that's all I just, I'd like to say about the topic. If you like my words, please like this video. I would appreciate it. Please leave me a comment. I'll be happy to reply. Please share this video with other men, who want to know more information about women in Ukraine or Eastern Europe. They can watch this video, or they can read my blog at foreignloveweb.com. I wrote a lot of blog posts about foreign women, different foreign women. I love talking about international dating. I love talking about women, other countries, women who think differently, behave differently, dress differently, women who have, much love and respect for, men in the United States, United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, so on. I also love talking about investing, helping you and other men, invest regularly. Invest in different assets and grow your money through capital gain or compound interest. So that way you have enough money to plan your trip to Odessa, Ukraine, or somewhere close to Eastern Europe like Poland, Romania, Moldova, wherever Elizabeth or translator advise you to go. So that way you can meet and date and enjoy your time with beautiful Ukrainian ladies or Eastern European ladies. And then if you get serious with one of them, then you can get in contact with your local visa or immigration attorney with the fiance visa process. So that way you guys can get married in the United States or United Kingdom or Australia, your country, within the 90 days. And then also, talk to and get support from your local visa immigration attorney to help you with the green card process. So that way she can become a citizen in your country, permanently. And you guys can enjoy the rest of your lives, together. You can go where you want to go. Just become inseparable and just create, a lot of positive memories. And you have kids, encourage your kids to appreciate and maybe do the same thing too. And also teach them to invest. And teach them about everything. So that way when they grow up, they won't struggle as much as most people are financially, personally, professionally. So if you like my words, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to this one-of-a-kind channel. I would appreciate it. And I'll talk to you in the next video.